Hey guys, welcome back to the channel and Happy New Year! Yay! If you don't know, that's Saddington Bear. He's our channel mascot and project supervisor, and I am Max. You probably also don't know that pretty much today, this is December 29th as I'm recording this, is the 1-year anniversary of my channel. If you go look at the channel statistics, it'll say my channel was created in like 2012 or 2014 or something. That would be my account as a commenter. I didn't actually start filming videos until I think it was like December 27th, 2018, and I did not publish any until March. It took me a few months to debate what I was actually going to do with it and to learn what I should do with it and anything else and to, all that good stuff. For all practical purposes, we're just going to say January 1st is our channel anniversary around here, because it makes it easy to remember, and I'm not really sure what day it is anyway. Certainly within that week. So I want to thank you guys for a fantastic first year on YouTube. It has been a tremendous lot of fun making these videos and sharing projects and stuff with people. I've had some responses to some of my videos I could have never seen coming. I made that like 4-minute long video where I'm just holding that Ryobi power inverter in my hand, and at least in regard to a channel with like 20 subscribers, that went viral, as did its successor when I made a real review of it. I think each of those videos has like 600 views, which for me is an insane number. That's a huge achievement, so that was really cool. I didn't expect anything like that at all. Another thing I didn't expect was the very first day I uploaded any video whatsoever, I had a commenter that night. For whatever reason, I began my YouTube career with 11 subscribers and no content. So these must have been people that either hit subscribe accidentally over the years, or maybe I left a comment they liked so they subscribed, or I subscribed to their channel and they had content presumably, so they subbed me back because they thought that was polite. I have no clue, but it was cool. So within like I don't even know if it was 2 hours, like just immediately that night I had a comment, and I have no clue if that person's still a subscriber or not. If you are, hi. But what I actually wanted to say, other than thank you guys so much for the support and the views and all that stuff, it's been a lot of fun, is that this has been a pretty hard year for me, and it really does mean a lot to be building a community here on YouTube. It's fun, and it gives me something to look forward to, and I enjoy making the videos. With that said, I thought it might be fun to do a how to get started in YouTube in 2020 video as well. So we've got our Happy New Year, happy anniversary, and starting a new year for someone else video. Since I did start basically January 1st, 2019, it's really not all that different now than it was then, in my opinion. So we're going to talk about how to get started. And the first thing I would say for how to get started is you need to have the desire to actually start. Sounds obvious, but for years, I watched channels on YouTube that are similar to mine. I mean, it's like you don't become an athlete if you're not a fan first, right? You don't pick up a musical instrument if you don't like listening to music. So I've been a fan of plenty of people on YouTube for years and years now. And when I first started watching those channels, I thought to myself, hey, I do stuff like that all the time. It's too bad somebody already beat me to it and they're doing it. And that's just not true. No matter who's out there doing what already, if you want to do a video game channel or cooking channel or a channel like mine where we're out in the shop or working on things, no one is making your videos. So whatever flavor you're going to bring to the table is all on you. That could be good, that could be bad. Some people will look at my year of YouTube, where really I've only actively posted videos for about 7 months of that year, and look at like 50 subscribers and think that's a huge failure, whereas I think that's an amazing success. I don't go out of my way to advertise my channel across social media platforms or anything like that. It's kind of people find it or they don't. And that's kind of how I've been letting it go, and that's probably how I'll continue to let it go. So anyway, that's the first thing you need, is the desire to actually get up and put a camera in your hand and get to work. And the next thing you're going to need is some equipment. And that was also something that put me off of starting a YouTube channel, is, I don't have $1,000 to go buy a camera, and even if you handed me a $1,000 camera, I wouldn't know what to do with it. And if you've watched more than one of my videos, that's still true. I learn something new every time I make a video, just framing a shot, like this artful masterpiece right here. Simply getting stuff in frame, lighting, Stuff like that is still a challenge for me, and I'll keep learning no matter what camera I'm using well into the future. So there was no point in me owning anything like that anyway, but I let that be a distraction from getting started. So let me show you guys all of the equipment I had when I started my channel. And there you go. There's a Maxwell House YouTube channel starter kit. This is 100% of everything I had that I used to make probably my first dozen or so videos. I forgot one other critical piece of hardware. I had, and in fact still do have, like 6 of these tripods. It's a long story. This is a $10 tripod. So I've got a bunch of these. I primarily just use one. Right now the camera you're watching is mounted to one of these guys. But yeah, the cheapest tripod you can find. I think this goes up to probably about 5 feet. Yeah, so I had one of these as well. What this is here is a Canon SX160IS camera. This guy actually takes 720 HD video. It's a still frame camera. It's not really intended for video. I bought that, I think around 2011 or 2012, 13, somewhere in there, just to upgrade my still frame camera, and it was still laying around, so I got it out and started to use it. First thing you're probably thinking is, why didn't you just use your phone? And that's what I'm doing now, but when I started my channel, I was still using a flip phone. Didn't have a smartphone at the time. There are assorted reasons for that. Some are more sensible than others, but mostly just thrift. I didn't have to buy a new phone, so I just never did. I sent my flip phone through the washing machine, bought a smartphone, and off we go. It's been that way ever since. This is the camera I had when I started. I don't suggest this camera to anybody for YouTube, but you can totally get started on it. Anything that takes the video will do. I had an 8 gig SD card. This happens to be a 32 because I'm not sure where the 8s are. Whatever. I'm going to guess that this is pawn shop grade equipment at this point, that 20 bucks or maybe somebody you know would give you a camera. This is an AC adapter for that camera. This camera still runs on AA's, which is actually one of the things I liked about it. But I bought an AC adapter for it years ago, which is important because when this thing's running video, you only get about 20 minutes out of a set of AA's, brand new. That's the entire photography end of the channel when I started, probably my first 10 or so videos. That's all it took to get me up off the couch and put a wrench in my hand. This was my entire channel lighting. This is an old school, right now this is an LED bulb in it, but I had like a 40-watt incandescent bulb in it. It's also got an extension cord socket in the back, so I'd plug the camera in right here. It was really convenient. That's it. That's the channel lighting. And my lighting still sucks. It's not a lot better than this, but it is a little bit better. Assuming you guys are completely new to the channel, this is a Dell E6410 laptop. I've got a bunch of videos about these, or if they're not up now, they'll be coming soon. I really like these. These are about 10-year-old laptops. You can buy one of these for about 80 bucks. Done 100% of my YouTube editing on this guy with Microsoft Movie Maker in Windows 7. There are some obvious problems with that, but the point here being is it took almost nothing for me to start my channel except for the desire to get up and actually start the channel. So that's it, guys. There's the whole shebang. Really, why I did this was just illustrating to you guys to not let you talk yourself out of doing something that you think you want to do, or let anybody else talk you out of doing it, or some other YouTube in 2020 video that you're going to go see. They're going to say, here's a budget $500 SLR camera. That's probably an awesome camera, but that's not this. My gut feeling is most people out there either already have all this stuff or could get it for free. Coming up with a 10-year-old laptop is not that hard. Coming up with a 10-year-old camera isn't that hard. That drop light is a Harbor Freight drop light I've had for like 15 years, and it was like 12 bucks when I bought it. It's not hard to move up from here with any budget whatsoever. And obviously, if you have a smartphone, you're 9/10 of the way done. So really, if it's something you want to do, don't let anything stop you. Get up and go do it. You can look at the result of my channel in whatever way you want. You can look at it positively like I do, or you can look at it and go, this guy's been working for a year toward this end and this is all he's gotten. Why should I even bother? That's up to you. What I can say is, if you are considering doing this, you need to make sure it's something you actually like doing, because even crappy videos like mine are an insane amount of work. It's extraordinarily time consuming to do stuff on video and then produce those videos and then publish them. I'd always heard everyone say that, and it registered, but I didn't really get it until I did it. And I sympathize with the channels that are making content that is obviously much higher production value than mine, because it literally, in the case of a lot of those channels, it takes a team of people weeks to do some of that stuff. So make sure this is something you actually want to do. Start cheap. That's exactly what I did. I just started with what I already had just to see if I liked it, and I did. For me, I got started as just a motivational thing because I didn't actually want to go work on what I had to work on in the shop. I wanted to play with video cameras that day instead of work. So I did both. I made my work into this, and that's what we've done ever since for the most part. I don't think I've done a whole lot that hasn't made it to the channel, or very small things probably. There's my New Year's encouragement for you. If this is something you've been thinking about, stop thinking, start doing. I encourage you to do that. You don't need a lot to do it. You could do it with less than this. Almost forgot, I do intend to do a companion piece to this video at some point in the future, not tomorrow, but coming soon, of things I bought for the channel for making videos that were either good buys or wasting money, and we're about 50-50 right down the middle. There's some things that I bought that have been awesome, there's things that I bought that have been junk, and there's some things that are so that'll be coming soon too. None of it was very expensive. We're still very much a budget operation. Happy New Year, guys. Really appreciate you stopping in. Let's hope we have another great year next year, and I hope you guys have a great year next year too, and we'll catch you on the next one. I'm Max, that's Saddington Bear, and we make videos like this all the time. Here are a couple links to some other videos we've made, and we really appreciate you guys stopping in.